It's me, it's Queen Osset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. So I was talking to a woman. Oh, no. She sent me an email. Her name is Clare. And Claire said in the email a number of different questions, and I had to break them down to answer one by one. So this one said, will an Aquarius deal with my lack of experience? Claire is getting to know an Aquarius man, but he's an older man and she's younger. And she doesn't feel like she's really had a lot of experience with life, with dating and those kind of things. She's just getting her experiences, learning things and figuring things out. And she wanted to know if he would be accepting of that or if that would be a problem trying to move forward. Now, an Aquarius, male or female, will generally deal with somebody who has a lack of experience. That won't be something that would hold us back. The question is really, does their lack of experience hinder us in any way? Does your lack of experience hinder us, cause us irritation, or anything like that? For example, if somebody has a lack of experience, they may not know how to set healthy boundaries in their life. So from experience is where we learn wisdom. Experience is one of our best teachers. So from experience, we learn how to do things like set boundaries, and we learn little stuff like that, especially when engaging with other people. So if you're 20, 21, 22, 25, some people 30, you might not know how to set healthy boundaries. You may not never figure it out, because I know people that are older than me who haven't figured it out. But that's one of those kind of things that in a relationship can become a problem. So if your inexperience means that you haven't figured that out, for example, and that causes problems in the Aquarius's life, that's when you'll see the Aquarius shut off. So let's say, for example, one thing that bothers me about people in this particular category is that a lot of people keep bad company. And then they want to be around me with their bad company. Look, if you want to keep bad company, you can keep bad company, but I don't really want your bad company around me. And also, it says something to the Aquarius that you hanging with bad company. Like you don't realize they bad company. So that kind of thing, which is a very small thing, but can become a very big thing, is the kind of thing that what an Aquarius would be upset about. Something that will affect the Aquarius. So if your lack of experience is not affecting me, then that's on you. You'll figure it out, and I'm going to stand back and let you figure it out, because I know that I had to go through that process too. So I had a case like this when I was younger. When I was younger, I was dating a girl who was younger than me. And I didn't mind the fact that she was younger than me. She wasn't that much younger. I think she was 27 and I was like 32 or something like that. So it wasn't a huge difference, but she was younger. And we had that problem. She had a problem with boundaries with her friends. And her friends was really frenemies. They didn't love that girl. Bottom line, they talked about her like a dog, even in front of me when she wasn't around. So I'm trying to tell her, they not your friends. They're jealous of you. She turned on me instead of them. She turned on me like, well, they my friends and it is what it is. And I was like, all right, well, you go ahead on with your friends then, boop. And I kept it moving. That kind of thing is something that will bother an Aquarius. And not to the point that it was a problem. I just left. I just left her alone. Because it's like, again, you don't have a boundary with your friends. Your friends really are not rotten for you. They don't care about you. They're jealous of you. They're just around because of the perks of being around you. And I'm trying to tell you and you mad at me, So instead of arguing with her about it, which some people would have done, I just left her alone. You go ahead and be with your friends then. And when you figure that out, you keep it moving. I never spoke to her again. I dropped her. I'll never forget. I took her to my house to get her stuff because she had a drawer at my house. I took her to my house to get her stuff. And then we had other problems too. That was just the one that really, really bothered me. We had other problems too because, like I said, she was younger than me. So that lack of experience kept her from really even knowing how to be in a relationship. how to compromise, how to talk through things, you know, stuff like that. We had a lot of problems with that. So the relationship didn't last long. It lasted like 3 months. I drove her to my house because she had a drawer at my house. I drove her to the house, got a plastic bag, put her stuff in the bag, and drove her ass home. So something like that is something that an Aquarius will stop messing with you for. So the question you have to ask yourself is, does your lack of experience constitute something that's going to get on the Aquarius's nerves or make the Aquarius angry in that kind of way? Because I was not angry with her for having bad friends. I was angry with her for fighting me about these people that don't even care about you. And I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to fight you about something like that. Because like I said before, a more mature woman with experience is going to see that. So I dropped her and kept it moving. So those are the kind of things that might become a problem. But if it's not a problem for the Aquarius, if it doesn't come up in your relationship as being a problem, most Aquarius are just going to let you figure it out for yourself, because we're going to respect your exploration process. That's the one thing about dating someone who's younger than you. You have to allow them their process. And sometimes it does get tricky because you can see things they can't see. So as long as it doesn't bother the relationship or cause you two to fight or anything like that, then it's really not a big deal. Just let them explore, let them find out, let them be, let them find these things on their own. So in that case, then you should be okay. So boundaries is a big issue. Family can be another boundary problem, because I've come across people, for instance, I used to date this guy, and he used to tell his mother about our sex life. And I think I told you guys about this before in another video. So here I am sitting at the dinner table, and his mom looks at me and says, "Baby, my son is tired. You gotta stop asking him for so much sex." And I was like, excuse me? You know, like I couldn't believe. I mean, I understood what she was saying because I was wearing him out. But let's not go there. The point was, you told your mommy? Like, oh my God. Horrible boundary issue there. And I was like, the fact that you told her is a problem in itself. But then the fact that she saw justified at the dinner table to turn to me and tell me this. So again, boundary issue. So those are very common with somebody who doesn't have experience. The other thing I was talking about was not knowing how to be in a relationship. A person who's younger may not have been in any relationships at all, or they may have been in limited relationships. So if you're going to deal with somebody that you know is experienced in relationships, you need to become smarter about experience in relationships, like watching videos, which you're obviously doing, reading books, maybe going to relationship or couples workshops together would be good. And even if not together, you know, by yourself would be fine. Reading books together, again, would be great for that kind of energy. So if there are areas like relationships or love or sex even where you feel like you're inexperienced, there's ways of getting the experience and getting the knowledge. So let's say that you are a woman or a man who has very limited sexual experiences, and you're getting with somebody who's older and they have had experience, they've been married, that kind of thing. You can, I mean, there's all kind of ways to get that kind of knowledge. You're online, Google it, you know, watch videos together, all kinds of things, all kinds of ways you can figure that out. So what I'm saying is that an Aquarius will usually work with you if it's not getting on their nerves. That's the bottom line. And for you, knowing that you're inexperienced, seek the knowledge. Go get the books. Go watch the videos. And you're already watching videos about relationships because you're watching mine and asking me questions. Keep doing that. That's exactly what you should be doing. And that's what's going to take you to the next level. So when wanting to deal with an older or more experienced person, especially in the case of an Aquarius, a lot of times an Aquarius will work with you. An Aquarius is like this. I'm going to tell you, An Aquarius will work with anyone that we're really feeling. Even if there's some things missing, even if there's some things lacking, if we're really feeling you, if we really dislike you, it's not like a special formula to it. It's just a organic thing that just happens. So if he or she likes you, they'll work with you, you know? So that's all you really need. It's not a special way of doing it, you know? It's just them liking you, you liking them, and the relationship proceeds. So an Aquarius will work with you. It just depends on how much they like you. How into you are they? That's the question. I hope that helps, Claire. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Now, if you want to send me a love donation or a gift, underneath here will be all of my information for that. If you want to get an oracle reading, or if you want me to consult or magic you have to do or want to do, if you want me to look at a general question, please email me. I'll leave that information underneath here. I'll also leave my social media, and I will be back tomorrow. Because if you have to ask anybody, you might as well ask an Aquarius, right? And I have a lot more to say. See you later.